Welcome to the Intensely Positive Podcast. Host, Elvin P. Ringo. Preset your mindset. Make every day count and make positivity your way of life. Are you ready?
Let's just do this.
Hello, my phenomenal Friday friend. You made it. One full week into 2016. It's kind of like taking a test drive in a new car to see how you're going to like it. So how you liking it so far? Is it fitting? Like that old pair of shoes? How's it feel for you? Is it exciting enough? Does it accelerate like you want? How's the brakes working for you? Like, whoa, sure am glad I decided not to do that. Of course, with a year, you can't take it back to the dealership if you don't like it or if something isn't working like you want. You can't trade up for another model. So 2016, yep, it's what you've got, flaws and all. But you can still bend it to your will using a few simple, though not necessarily easy techniques. So for this year, why don't you try some of these on for size? Number 1, be present. Learn to be in the now. I mean, what's happening right now? Most of us spend so much time worrying about the future or living in the past that we forget to enjoy and appreciate what we have today and what we do today and who we are today. We forget to notice the good things about today. We get busy and we don't appreciate the people who are in our lives today. All worrying about how things are going to be tomorrow or how they were in the past. Sure, we all take some mental trips. In fact, I'm going to suggest one in just a minute. But understand that all power is in the now. You can't change yesterday, though you can make course corrections to compensate. And tomorrow doesn't exist yet until you get there. And then it'll be today, right? So all action happens and all power is in the now, the today, the current moment. Number 2, take a mental trip. Yeah, I did that on purpose. But spend a little time each day visualizing the life you want, that you intend to lead and to live. You know, you need to know what that looks like, and you need to remind yourself often where you're headed. But any action you need to make it happen has to happen today. It has to be done in the now. So go look around and remind yourself where you're going, then come on back to the here and now and lay in the course, then follow it. When you go to take a flight somewhere, the pilot puts in all the data in the computer, and then he has to be present to where he is so he doesn't end up running into a mountain or something, or so he doesn't miss any indicators that lets him know he's having a problem. But he or she absolutely knows where they're headed, but they need to pay attention to right now during the trip. Number 3, develop a sense of gratitude for who you are and where you are right now. Appreciate you for the work you've done so far, for the distance you've come, for taking care of you and your family and your affairs the best you could up to now. Fall in love with you and take that relationship into the future. No matter how bad you think you are now, the stuff you're made of, the divine technology that makes you you, the systems that operate your body that you can't alter, make you a magnificent being. As Og Mandino says in his book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, you are nature's greatest miracle. So you need to be grateful for that. Number 4, develop and maintain a positive mental attitude. Be a can-do person. Believe in possibilities and believe in yourself. Believe in the future you see for yourself. Believe in the miracles you can't figure out. Heck, if you could, they wouldn't be miracles, would they? Every good thing that has ever been invented, that you use, that you love, was developed by somebody who knew they could do it, even before they knew how. Where there's a will, there's a way. Say that out loud every day. Where there's a will, there's a way. The only question is, who has the will? Number 5, forgive. Period. Holding grudges won't get you where you want to go. Anger and resentment keep more people from growing than anything I know. Holding grudges closes down your mind to great things, and all anger needs to be fed. You have to feed it for it to stay alive. And in the process of feeding your anger, you will poison you, literally. Forgive. And remember, the person you need to forgive most and soonest is yourself. And when I said that, if you felt any kind of twinge at all, you know for sure you've got some work to do. Forgive yourself and free yourself. Number 6, let go. You say, what? Let go of what? I was at my Toastmasters meeting last night. Did I ever mention that I love Toastmasters? Well, just in case I didn't, I do. My good friend and fellow Toastmaster, Scott Mariniak, gave a 6 to 8 minute speech called Getting Caught and Becoming Free. And in his speech, he discussed how you catch different animals, the lengths you have to go to, what you have to do, what kind of weapons and cases you have to use. And then he asked the question, how do you catch a monkey? How do you catch a monkey? And then as he relayed the story, I remembered hearing about it years ago. And I even did some research on it. But to catch a monkey, you find or drill a hole just large enough for the monkey to put his hand inside. And then you put some food or something the monkey wants or he gets curious about inside that hole. When the monkey puts his hand in the hole and grabs the goodies, whatever they are, and then he tries to pull them out, his hand is stuck because with his closed fist, his hand is too large to fit back through the hole to get away. And since they don't want to release whatever that bounty is, it holds itself a prisoner until the hunters come to collect. Scott demonstrated this principle with a jar and a chocolate chip cookie. He was struggling to pull his hand out of the jar, but his hand was too large to pull out unless he dropped the cookie to free himself. So the question he asked was, what are you holding on to that you need to let go in order to free yourself? What are you holding on to that you need to let go in order to free yourself? And that's the question I have for you. What do you need to let go of in 2016 in order to free yourself from whatever bondage you're in? Many of us have our hands wrapped around that cookie, that belief, that attitude, that grudge, that habit, that fear, that crutch, that label that somebody gave us, or whatever that cookie is for you. Let it go so you can be free. And my last technique for the day, become a magnet for the things you want. And how do we do that? You know, we magnetize into our lives what we hold in our thoughts. So we need to hold in our thoughts what we want in life, not what we don't want. If you want peace, concentrate on peace rather than a grudge over disharmony. If your attention is on the disharmony, more disharmony will enter your life. If you want a new car, think about having a new car, not about how crappy your old car is. If you want to lose weight, think about how much better you'll feel at your new weight, how much more vibrant, not about how much you need to lose. You know, the mind really doesn't want to lose anything. So don't lose weight. Gain vitality, agility, more whistles from passersby. That works for me. And magnetize what you want, not what you don't want. Admittedly, that will take some practice, but you can do it, winner. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. So awesome. Put those few little tidbits into play into your life and put some high octane into your 2016. But look, don't do it alone. Send this podcast to all your friends. Pass the word. Get some company on your quest. Get some support, some accountability, some help. You can do it. So enjoy that and have an absolutely phenomenal week. The planets are still lining up, and these steps, that'll just help lock them in place. You go for it, and we'll see you next time.
Wow, that was awesome.